Hello, so today's video is going to be about the EDS Society's response to the paper in the BMJ regarding EDS prevalence. So there are a few things they brought up. The first thing that they brought up is that the criteria that was used was confusing, misleading, and harmful. Part of it is EDS and JHS are not the same conditions, period. They are not the same. They also take their observations of the pre-2017 criteria and immediately move that to the post-2017 criteria, which was more in-depth and harder to necessarily meet. Another thing they brought up is that joint hypermobility syndrome and EDS are not the same thing. They combined EDS and HSD, hypermobility syndrome, the same way they did EDS and joint hypermobility syndrome, JHS. One thing that has been brought up is that JHS was found to not be a rare disease. Period. That is something that was already known. And so, obviously, it's not going to be a rare disease if you combine the two when one of the two you combine is not already considered not a rare disease. So it's like if you take the number of cars on the road and you pick a color, and then, like white, and then you combine that with a rainbow car. There aren't very many rainbow cars out on the road. But the minute you combine it with also and all white cars, now all of a sudden it's not rare. It's everywhere. That's what they've done, what the society is pointing out that this study did. That they combined a rare disease with a common disease and said, so it's not rare. Obviously, this can cause a lot of problems because of that. So, and they brought out that there was no breakdown of how many had EDS, how many had JHS, etc. Plus, there was no change made. All their data that they gathered, they immediately extrapolated to now without taking into account any of the changes. That would be like saying that we can use data on steam engines to know what data on our trains today is like. Well, things have changed in that time. We don't base our health stuff, our other health stuff, how many people died from the flu. We don't say that what happened in 1917 is still happening today. We know it's not. We know things have changed and been improved and everything. And so we don't even attempt to extrapolate that. We say that was then, this is now, we need new data because things have changed. Well, in this case, they did not get new data and they said, no, it's the very same as it used to be. So that was the other problem that the society brought up. There are some things I think they missed and they missed explaining, and I will go into those in the next video.